on the part of George here, so we're going to start this all over again from the top. And let me tell you what, we, for some reason or another, did not get on the Facebook there for a little bit, but we're going to rectify, we have rectified that, and we are now on Facebook. So those of you joining us on Facebook, we are terribly sorry for, let's see here, it's been about an 8-minute delay or so. And so let's take it from the top, my dear friends. A very good morning to you, those of you around the world who are joining us on any of our 6 platforms. Nice to have you on board with us. Thank you so much for joining us. And this morning we're gonna be saying welcome back, if you will, to our good buddy out there in the Big Apple, Mr. Cecil Belfon. Cecil usually joins us on a Friday morning, but has not been with us. He's been kind of preoccupied over the past few weeks. Well, Cecil is going to be back with us this morning. But before we get to Cecil, we have a couple other things to take care of. First, we're going to deal with an article which appeared in this past week's edition, I think it was, of the New Today. It had to do with an interview between the New Today, and a former senator, Devon Rache. He's not very happy with the quality of service we've been offered by one of our internet providers, Flo. And so he had this interview with the New Today. It was published. And because there have been so many complaints about that service provider, I thought would be a good idea to share that with some of you out there, so that you know that you are not the only one who has been suffering at the hands of Flo, okay? After that, we will check into the national report from the Government Information Service. Now, here is that article, which, by the way, is captioned, "Flo is unethical in its delivery of internet service." And I quote, "A former Grenada senator who is now a pastor believes that telecommunications provider Flo should be made to be held accountable for the unethical standards that it is operating under in the delivery of its internet service on the island." Devon Rache, who served as an opposition senator in 2008 after the new National Party NNP government of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell was voted out of office, made the charge last Thursday in an exclusive interview with the New Today newspaper. Rache said that a petition is in the making as a form of protest against the unsatisfactory internet service that many people have been complaining about in recent months regarding Flo. According to Rache, it is his hope that the petition will garner enough signatures from the public to get Flo's management to take responsibility for not holding up to their end of the contract they gave to customers to sign up when seeking internet service. And I quote, "What we have is a situation whereby customers have been complaining that they are dissatisfied with the service delivery of Flo and with the lack of service they get when they contact Flo's customer service line concerning complaints." The former parliamentarian cited the most predominant complaint coming from the customers is the level of internet speed that they are receiving from the company. Rache said it is unfair for customers to be paying for a service they are not receiving. Quote, "Flo is charging customers based on the speed that they are supposed to deliver. The last time Flo raised their rates, they said the justification for that increase had to do with their plan to offer greater speed to the customers, and therefore the customers had to pay more." That's what he told the New Today newspaper. Customers didn't have a choice as to whether they paid more or not. Everybody was made to pay more. But over the last couple of months, if not a year, we have seen the number of complaints increase to proportions that require attention from Flow. And Flow has been unresponsive to these complaints, he said. Rache charged that Flow is aware of the problem, but has seemingly turned a blind eye to the issue, as there is no indication that they are willing to compensate customers for the inadequate service they have been receiving. We have persons who have done speed tests on their systems, which show that they are not receiving the speed that they're paying for. That has been brought to the attention of Flow, and we have not received a response in terms of improving the speed or crediting the individuals for the lack of delivery of the service that they're paying for. So he remarked. He went on to say, I believe that this is unethical. If somebody's paying for a service and they are not receiving the service that they have been promised in the contract, the company has an ethical and moral responsibility to address that problem, or credit the person for the lack of delivery of the promised service, he said. Rache noted that switching service provider might be the easiest thing to do in the process, but believes that the company needs to be held accountable. He said that when they have problems that they know that they have, for example, you have situations whereby in a geographical area they may have fiber optic problems and their customers are not able to get proper internet service. Flow will still charge or bill the customer the same amount on a monthly basis, even if they are aware that the service is not being delivered. Now, that is not ethical business practice. You can't do that to people. Some people may say, well, switch. Switching is an easy thing for some persons, but based on the location, they do not always have the opportunity to switch because the alternative service providers may not be in their area. So, while it is easy to say switch, I don't think that is the issue. The issue is that Flow needs to operate by some type of ethical standard. And in my view, Flow is not upholding those ethical standards because they are not delivering to many of their customers the service for which the customers are paying. Unquote. The former NNP executive member contended that Flow needs to be made to understand how its lack of internet service is affecting customers, and he believes that the petition can do just that. I quote, "We want to establish a petition that we intend to send to Flow's management so that Flow can give attention to the problem and see the magnitude of how this problem is affecting their customers. I am calling on the management of Flow to give credit to customers in cases where there is a lack of service delivery and the customers are able to present evidence that they are not receiving the service for which they're paying. So, if a customer does a speed test and they're not receiving the speed over a period of time for a reason that has to do with Flow's side, we want to petition that Flow will credit the customer or not charge them for this if they're not getting the service that Flow is guaranteeing them in a contract that they will receive." Unquote. Rache stated that if Flow fails to respond to the petition, then the next course of action will be a protest action against the company in order to get a meeting with management to secure a commitment from them to seriously address the issue with certain timelines. He also sees a role for government in addressing the inadequate internet service provided by the telecommunications company. Quote, "We know that it is not a governmental issue, but we believe that there needs to be some regulation, whether it's the NTRC or some other customer agency or regulatory agency, that has to ensure that such businesses deliver the services as promised to customers. Because internet service is not just a leisure. Internet service is necessary," he said. Ex-Senator Rache did not rule out the possibility of legal action against Flow, since the issue at hand is a very far-reaching one. All right? Now, that's the text of an article which appeared in this past week's edition of the New Today, and had everything to do with the quality of service that is being offered by one of our telecommunications providers, Flow. So, up next, we're going to check in with the GIS and hear what they have to say in today's edition of the National Report.
So babe, Alberto and Beryl come and gone, right? So that means we still have Chris, Debbie, Florence, Michael, Patty, Sarah.
From the looks of it, Tony and Valerie might be coming as well. So we need to pick up some extra hurricane supplies.
You don't know how many hurricanes will be coming this season, so you need to be prepared. At Hubbard's Hardware and Building Supply Departments and the Food Fair supermarkets, everything from canned foods, flashlights and batteries, to plywood, tarpaulin, lanterns, roof repair kits, water tanks, etc. are available. For over 90 years, we've helped you prepare for and recover from storms. Hubbard's is an integral part of your hurricane preparedness plan. Get discounts when using credit and debit cards.
Grenada Market has now introduced the Prime products to online shoppers in the UK via amazon.co.uk. Zebrapick, Nutmeg, Bourbonday and Mobiback are now available, with more products being added gradually. These products are shipped across the UK and Europe free of charge for Amazon Prime members and backed by Amazon's reputable customer service. Avoid international shipping. Buy in your local area. Amazon.com in the USA, Amazon.ca in Canada, and Amazon.co.uk in UK and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
It's good to be early. It's good to be early. Pay your Grenada bill on time.
Alrighty, folks, I don't know whether or not you heard it, but while you were listening to those commercials, I heard a peal of thunder out there, so I wasn't kidding when I told you that, you'd better have taken along your umbrella with you today. It looks like it's going to be kind of soggy, at least for the first part of the day. It's been raining since early this morning, and that might be expected to continue for a little while. By the way, good morning to John. Hello, John, out there in parish number 7. Kayaku, that's the way he refers to Kayaku. Jeannie Pascal, hello Jeannie, and also to you Louise, all you folks on Facebook. Thanks a lot for joining us. And now, let's turn to the GIS.
New $3.4 million port facility on the Sister Isle officially opened. Stay with us, we'll have the details to this and more stories when the National Report returns. With the details to the news for Thursday, October 4th, I am Delroy Lozar. Carriacou and Petite Martinique's $3.4 million port project was officially opened on Thursday, and with it comes the expectation of enhanced services for passengers from regional and international ferry services. The new state-of-the-art facility at Tyrrell Bay Marina was constructed as a replacement to the old port in Hillsborough and is now home to a new welcome center, seating facilities, warehouse, office space and washroom facility. The sod was turned to mark the start of construction in January 2017.
We at the Grenada Ports Authority are very happy that at long last we are able to provide persons traveling between Grenada and Carriacou with all of the basic amenities that traveling persons deserve. In that regard, we do hope that persons traveling on the Osprey and other local ferries are going to appreciate the shelter from the elements, the restroom facilities that have been provided, the seating accommodation, as well as the comfort of air condition that will be available as the need arrives.
That was General Manager of the Ports Authority, Carlisle Felix. Parliamentary Representative for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, the Honourable Kendra Matthew Stewart, says the new facility holds significant economic benefits for Carriacou and by extension Grenada.
What we, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, have today is a state-of-the-art and modern port facility with significant improvement in warehouse space. With this facility, we expect to see significant improvement in the service to port users, a reduction in cargo dwell time, and improvement in vessel turnaround time.
Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell recognized the hard work of former Parliamentary Representative Elvin Nimrod in sounding the alarm for the need of the facility. He said because of that call, the sod was turned and today the project is a reality.
The strength of character and leadership of Elvin Nimrod and many people in Carriacou and Petite Martinique who stood up and said, yes, we need this development for the future development of Petite Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada. And that is why I say, and it's sad today because I know he would have loved to be here.
The Tyrrell Bay Port facility was constructed by Jiangsu Geology and Engineering Company Limited. More than 30 nurses and nursing students will benefit from a first-hand skill, knowledge sharing and exchange exercise with doctors and nurses on board the Chinese hospital ship. This was announced on Thursday morning by Rear Admiral Guan during a courtesy call to Health Minister the Honourable Nicholas Steele. On Tuesday, Rear Admiral Guan and his medical team arrived in Grenada on their second health mission in 3 years. He said the medical exchange is an additional service to strengthen the relations between both countries.
Besides medical service to the public people, This time we come here, we would like to carry out some further cooperation and exchange between our two sides. For example, tonight we are going to hold a kind of a demonstration and exchange activity on the nursing techniques. There will be 20 Grenadian nurses and 20 nursing students from your country to come on board. We can have a kind of exchange activity.
Minister Steele reiterated the government's gratitude for the return of the hospital ship and its tremendous service being provided to thousands of Grenadians.
I think we need to repeat more and more to our peoples that this is a visit of a PLA naval vessel that is helping over 9,000 Grenadians again. For China, 9,000 persons may be a small amount.
对于中国来讲，9000人可能不算多。
But for Grenada, 9,000 is 10% of our population.
The team of medical experts moved to Grenada Youth Center on Friday 5th and Saturday 6 October. Residents of the Sister Isles will receive attendance the morning of Friday, October 5th. You're watching the National Report. Stay tuned because we'll have more news after the break.
An earthquake can happen at any time. Be aware. Drop, cover, hold on. Crouch and cover your head with your arms. Hold firm in an internal doorway. Avoid running outside or using stairs. Stay away from elevators and move away from outer walls, glass windows, and hanging objects. Remember, when the earth quakes, do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Now, are you ready? Yes! We're ready!
Visit weready.org, brought to you by Sedima and the European Union.
Welcome back. 4 Grenadians have been added to the list of those temporarily employed on Canadian farms for the seasonal agricultural program. The 4 who are doing their first stint on the farms left here this week. Grenadians continue to benefit from the Canadian Seasonal Farm Labour Program, which provides Canada with a cost-efficient way of sourcing contractual agricultural workers on a seasonal basis to meet the short-term demands of manual labor during the peak planting and harvesting seasons. The program offers employment opportunities in a number of areas, including cultivating, pruning, spraying, fertilizing, harvesting and grading of fruit, vegetables, and tobacco. The 4 new workers are excited and look forward to joining the list of Grenadian workers who are repeatedly called for the program.
The opportunities are a blessing, to just get a different break from a different environment. Anything I do, I best at it. So learning is very easy for me. I'm a quick learner as well. So whatsoever is required, I want to just get it like 1, 2. Well, I won't say 3, but at least 3 to 1.
I want to go there and experience something different.
I work in the Ministry of Agriculture in Maribor, so actually I drive tractors, so every day I know where to farm. Every day I go on a different farm, so I have an idea. I went to China for some job training on a farm as well, so basically, yeah, you could say it's in the blood now.
I feel great. I feel excellent. It's an opportunity I've been looking for to make myself better in life and look for better opportunities out there. Of course, looking forward to it. So I'm going out there and get my very best.
And finally in the news, credit unions in Grenada are boasting of an increased asset base as they join their regional and international counterparts to observe Credit Union Month 2018. This year's celebration is being held under the theme, Find Your Platinum Lining in Credit Unions. In an address to mark the start of the month, Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cécile La Grenade commended credit unions for playing their part in contributing to economic development.
In 2017, the assets of our credit unions increased by 108 million EC dollars, members' savings increased by $93 million, and reserves grew by over $2 million, while loans to its members increased by $114 million. The 208 employees of Grenada credit unions received $9.2 million in wages and salaries over the past year. Additionally, a number of initiatives have been undertaken by the credit unions that boosted their outstanding performance in our country.
Her Excellency stressed the need for sound financial institutions
and also commended the Riverside Credit Union on its 75th anniversary and its contribution to the economy.
The important milestone attained by the Riverside Cooperative Credit Union in celebrating 75 years of existence this year is testimony to the impact and sustainability of the movement and the great importance of credit unions to Grenada's economy.
And that story has brought us to the end of the National Report for today, Thursday, 4th October 2018. Making the headline today, new $3.4 million port facility on the Sister Isle officially opened. And that's all for today. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, thanks for joining us. I'm Delroy Loza.
I'm always on the move. Training, traveling, competing. So it's good to know I have Co-op Bank in the palm of my hand.
Introducing e-banking, one of many customer convenience services from Grenada Cooperative Bank, and there's more to come.
It's swift, simple, and secure.
Grenada Market has now introduced the Prime products to online shoppers in the UK via Amazon.co.uk. Zebrapick, Nutmeg, Gudday, and Mobiback are now available, with more products being added gradually. These products are shipped across the UK and Europe free of charge for Amazon Prime members and backed by Amazon's reputable customer service. Avoid international shipping. Buy in your local area. Amazon.com in the USA, Amazon.ca in Canada, and Amazon.co.uk in UK and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
Can I have a chicken lunch, please? Large.
Real nice today.
I don't want that.
But you just asked for a chicken lunch.
I don't have problem with the lunch. Afraid the container.
What is the problem with it?
These styrofoam containers, they don't good for the environment. They shorten with life.
What foolishness you telling me? So what you want me to use?
Put my food in this.
Where you get that?
At the food fair, where you could get all biodegradable food boxes and disposable food supplies like cups, plates, anything you could think about. Name it, it's there. And they don't harm the environment. Food fair, taking the lead in cleaning up and protecting the environment. Hey, like you take me advice, you get in your biodegradable food supplies.
Well, girl, I supporting who supporting the environment. That is why I shop in at food fair.
Food fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets. Products distributed by Hubbard's agency, Kirani James Boulevard.
When I own my own business, I'll make my own rules. Actually, all businesses have to follow rules. But I heard that Grenlec changes rates whenever it wants. Don't just listen to everything you hear. You should do your own research. When world fuel prices go up, you pay more. And when they go down, you pay less. So what about the non-fuel rate? Grenlec must apply to government before changing the non-fuel charge. And it has only increased by 3 cents over the last 22 years. How many things can you say that about? You mean, when rates are high, it's not Grenlec making more money? Now you're getting it. It's really the world fuel prices. Grenlec does not make any additional profit from higher fuel prices. And that's a fact. Think about it, son. There are laws and regulations that govern business. Nobody gets to do as they please. Not your business, and certainly not Grenlec.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Alrighty, folks. Looks like we are going to wind up having an abbreviated program this morning. I mentioned to you at the top of the program this morning that the Flying Turkey was going to be back with us. Well, I've been trying to track him down, and he's out there in the Big Apple. Don't know if it's raining up there as well, but we've not been able to reach the turkey. So instead, what I want to do is share with you something that I promised a buddy out there in Orlando, Florida. A look at the Ark Peace. There you go. Take a look. That shot was taken from the Andros restaurant down there on Melbourne Street, right next to the bus terminal. Went down there yesterday afternoon, do a little, grocery shopping, what have you, and decided to pull out the camera and take a look at the Ark Peace, which came in a couple of days ago, and will be important. As far as I understand it, until the 7th, offering medical services to Grenadians at various locations around the island. And I guess we're all very thankful for the assistance that the Chinese are providing. A lot of questions if you read the chat last week. There are some questions that came up, but nevertheless, there are a lot of people who are appreciative of the fact that they will have some medical care. Okay, so on that note, let me take one final break here, and then we will come on back and wrap it up. Just before I wrap it up, I have some food for thought, which I want you to think about. So hold on a sec. Don't go away yet.
Grenadian General Insurance Company, strength and stability. Grenadian General Insurance Company. Tell your friends, tell your family. We cover householders comprehensive, motor and even fire too. Contractors all risk burglary, public liability, professional indemnity, directors liability, and wait, we still have more. Come and find out more what you're waiting for.
We are located on Scott Street, St. George's. For more information, call 440-2434.
Tell everybody.
Conveniently located in the Grenada Shopping Center, for over 40 years, Food Fair has provided quality service at affordable prices. Now, grocery shopping is made easier and more convenient from the Food Fair web store.
Hey, babe. Listen, I need you to go down to Food Fair to get some groceries.
All right, no problem. Right away.
Thanks, babe. What are you doing? You're supposed to be going Food Fair to get a grocery, man.
I am, but didn't you know you can order your groceries online from the Food Fair web store?
Are you serious?
Of course. All you have to do is just to log on to www.foodfair.gd with credit card in hand, and with an order of $100 or more, Food Fair Grenada will deliver up to 3 miles away. And you don't even have to worry about your information, you know. Their safety measures are excellent.
So hold on. You just order online and Food Fair will deliver to you?
Yep.
Oh, baby, better hurry up and order, man.
I already did. They should be here any minute now.
Enjoy easy online shopping anytime from your home or office from the Food Fair web store. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Grenada Market has now introduced the prime products to online shoppers in the UK via amazon.co.uk. Zebrapick, Nutmeg, Gudday and Mobiback are now available, with more products being added gradually. These products are shipped across the UK and Europe free of charge for Amazon Prime members and backed by Amazon's reputable customer service. Avoid international shipping. Buy in your local area. Amazon.com in the USA, Amazon.ca in Canada, and Amazon.co.uk in UK and Europe. GrenadaMarket.com. When you can't come to the island, the products of the island will come to you.
Hi, I'm Gloria. My family and I travel all around the world, lighting up homes and businesses just like yours. And lately, we've been hearing a lot of talk about electricity.
Yes. Are my rates the highest in the world?
your rate is definitely not the highest. Grenadians are paying a similar rate to some islands in the Caribbean, and in some cases, even less.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Okie dokie, folks. So, it's now local time here in Grenada. It's about 9:45. And just before I pull the curtain down, let me say that up to last night we were assured that Susso would be joining us, but something happened this morning and we're obviously not able to get him on the air. I want to leave you with some food for thought. What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires and battle within you? You desire, but you do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. When you ask, you do not receive because you ask with the wrong motives, so that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. Some food for thought. Carry that with you through the day. My dear friends, I certainly wish you an enjoyable but rainy Friday and a great weekend ahead. And here's an invitation to join me on Sunday morning for the next edition of Sundays with George Grant. As always, God's blessings coming your way. So long.